I was gonna try to build forms today, but I've got a bunch of standing water in the back of this hole. The slope will end up taking care of that problem. Right here until I say drop it. No, come here, no, this right here. Hold this up here until I say drop it, okay? Same time. Hold it there, you got it, you're doing it. Siphon is started. We got that siphon pulling down this pretty steep drop in this hill, so we're gonna have a really good output here on the bottom end. It took forever for that hole to drain. It's mostly drained. Hopefully we can build forms in there tomorrow. Bree must think I'm some sort of Superman putting all this meat in just 3 of these. These are close to 100 pounds. Our pigs are done. They're back. She went and picked it up. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness. That's the light one.
I know.
Even though we sent our stuff to the butcher, these pigs to the butcher, we did save some things like you wouldn't normally get it. Like we got the bellies just in slabs to make some really tasty homemade bacon. I know it's frozen, but. All right, we got it all in the freezers, and I'm taking pork chops up for supper, and Grace grabbed some chorizo and mild Italian link sausages she's gonna cook for breakfast tomorrow. So that's a bunch of meat in the freezer. It's a good feeling to put it in there. It's too cold for swimming this morning. I don't want anyone jumping in there. Hey, no. Turn off that hose. We're not filling up the pool. Do not get in that pool. For breakfast this morning, we're eating sausage from pigs we killed about a week ago, and it is amazing. How's your sausage, big man?
I'm a kangaroo.
You're a kangaroo eating a sausage? Yummy?
Eat sausage.
My car's dead, and Bree just drove down the hill, so I guess that means I'll be riding a bike. Hi. Breeze, out of the house.
I know. It's like round 2 nausea and migraines. Looking for my tools. Always on the hunt for tools when you have kids. I need to find the netting that we used for our brassicas last year.
Okay. We're looking for Mom's garden tools, and this door is blocked by dirt because we have a huge ditch here. So I want you to dig the dirt out from in front of this door right here with this tool. We're filling it in now because the water line is down in there. Don't dig into the grass if there's any grass. Just dig down to the old dirt level. I'm gonna be digging up here today, trying to get ready to pour some concrete for forms for our root cellar.
I'll show you in a second.
How's it going?
Good, just getting started.
Feeling sick?
But might as well be sick doing something I enjoy than not.
I got something for you. Here. You can play with it. It's heavy, huh? This man has been grabbing my fairly new drills and taking them out and wanting to play with them in the dirt. That drill is a drill it works, but it's basically shot. When you really hammer down on it, the clutch just totally slips. It doesn't hold up to anything but the lightest jobs. It's like 15 years old or so. So I broke the tip off an equally old spade blade, so he's gonna just be digging today. Let's check on Brighton's job here. He's not quite there, almost there though. Okay, got it. Let's see if any of these tools are in here. I don't see her hori or spade, but I do have this stuff that I know she wants in this bag. I didn't find any of your tools, but I brought you all this stuff.
Thank you. Hand tools. This guy came with his power tools. Good.
You drilling holes for plants? It's not a bad idea.
I know, it's a great idea. He said, "You need any holes dug?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." Good job. Now do the next line.
Or your ligaments.
So slow and steady.
I'm gonna dig the thing.
Okay, what I've got to do is dig out basically this side here. And dig out this side here, this loose soil. So we actually need untouched soil, settled soil to put our foundation on. This section has to come out. I think the back is close to where it needs to be, and then there'll be a strip in the front. It'll take a while. What I'm digging in is about half rocks. That's the rocks that came out of that little pile of dirt. There's still a lot of water in here. Yesterday I siphoned quite a bit out. I'm gonna siphon some more out now.
I'm sure most of you know what I'm doing, but if you don't, I'm starting a siphon, which means getting enough water in this hose that goes mostly downhill that the falling water going downhill will actually create a vacuum and suck water up this little hill. It's called a siphon.
All right, that's a lot better. It's not dry, but it's less wet.
I'm moving slow but steady. I have our spinach and our arugula planted. Over here, I've got some fresh Swiss chard coming up. Here's our Swiss chard from last fall that we're still eating. This is the new fresh Swiss chard. I'm about to plant kale now. I actually did not get enough kale starts, so I'll have to do another order. We are growing winter boar kale. I might get some red Russian, but we really like the curliness of the leaves of winter boar because we really enjoy in the spring, summer, fresh kale salads, and I find that that makes the best fresh kale salad. But Arthur really likes red Russian, so I need to get some of that. And pregnancy brains just got me not doing the numbers correctly.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. What was I thinking?
We need like 10 times as many?
I wouldn't say 10 times. I mean, we do the bigger planting in the fall because this regenerates itself. When you cut it, it grows back, but your fall planting won't do that. So we plant a whole bed in the fall because as we cut, it doesn't grow back. It doesn't die either. It'll grow back in the spring. But this time of year, this will just keep coming back. I still didn't get enough.
This is one of last year's plants. The goats ate it back entirely, and then it was coming back. Bree decided to pull it out and plant strawberries in this bed, but if we hadn't done that, we would have a whole bed of this beautiful baby kale. I kind of wish we didn't, because this is the best kale in the world. It's the kale that comes back after the winter. I don't know why, but I think it tastes better than any other kale. That's my opinion.
Well, really? I like the kale in the winter because after a frost has hit it, the flavor is much smoother and sweeter.
I was about
It'll
to plant
grow
that
back
in my garden.
It'll grow back. If you remember last year, I planted 25 strawberry plants straight down the middle of this bed and this bed. And actually I can show you what that looks like. It looks like this right here. And yes, I sacrificed our spring kale for strawberries, but that's because we love strawberries more than we love kale. And I have space for kale later. What's incredible is look at these beds now. Completely filled out with gorgeous new plants that are producing like crazy. Look at all the blossoms. I'm a little concerned I'm not going to be able to pick all the strawberries because they'll be coming on hard and heavy here before long, and picking down on my knees is a little bit difficult, but we'll figure it out. I am beyond excited to have freezers full of frozen strawberries because we eat frozen strawberries all year round. Of course, a little strawberry jam, but I'm more excited about the frozen strawberries.
Smoothies.
Some little foragers have already been in the garden picking the asparagus that's coming up.
Yummy.
This is the very beginning of asparagus season. And in these next week or so, we'll just pick them here and there. But shortly after that, we'll be able to pick meals worth. We don't put it up, we don't freeze it or anything. We just enjoy it as a seasonal treat every spring. And it tells us that spring is coming. It tells us that the strawberries are coming on. It is truly a joy to grow asparagus.
We headed up for lunch and now it's drizzling. So, not the best weather to dig in. But I'm gonna keep going.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe of my poor aching heart. Each night I suffer for your sake. You're the one I love so dear. I wish that I was going with you, or you were staying here.
Okay, I'm not gonna dig anymore or move rocks until I set the outside of my wooden form in there and see exactly where those edges fall and make sure it's square where I think it's gonna be.
I wish my breast was made of glass, wherein you might behold upon my heart your name lies wrote in letters made of gold, in letters made of gold. My love, believe me when I say you are the only one I love until my dying day.
Thanks.
Look.
Stick those rocks. I found another big rock, but I've got someone else to help this time while I hold it up. Justice
Can I
is
help?
jamming stuff under it.
Seesaw?
Walk across. Show her how you can walk her. All right, now bounce a little with you. Just don't jump, but just bounce. Bend your knees and bounce, Wilder. Brighton. You want to drive that thing bad, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta wait. He'll come back one day soon and you can have a chance to help drive it. You can't go in there.
No, I can't.
It's fun to dream
My
about though,
dad
isn't
said
it?
done with me if he doesn't understand dive.
Okay.
Speak okay?
All right, see you later. Good luck.
Thanks.
Things are coming along. I have this big rock in the back though that's holding the back of this form really high. I'm gonna try to break it off. It is huge. I'm gonna try to cut it essentially. That's where I broke it. That's a nice rock. That's why I was putting the boards in right now, so I could know right where to dig. And we've got a pinch point in the middle, which just means it's narrower here. I need, long story short, I need to dig. Looks like I need to dig some more. In the last light and my last battery life, I'm gonna try to get this basic form stuck together. Okay, I finished the outer box. It's totally level. It's pretty well locked in. Tomorrow we'll make the inner box and lock that in place. and we'll be ready to pour concrete, but I don't think the concrete comes for 2 more days, so we'll be a little standstill and then madness while we're mixing concrete. In the meantime, it'll probably rain and just fill that hole, and then I'll have to siphon it out and it'll be a wet, mucky mess. But that won't be for long. We'll get gravel in there soon enough and it'll be dry. I'm gonna do the chores. I'll probably do those alone and then head back up to the house.